Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to quickly speak to you all about acids and bases. I'm going to break the presentation into two parts. The first part I'm going to talk about acids and then I'm going to talk about bases. So first of all, what are acids? Now by the end of this video I want you to be able to define acids and explain how they dissolve, okay? So acids are simply substances that can produce hydrogen ions. Okay, so just remember, ions are charged, is a charged atom or molecule because it's either gained or lost an electron. And a hydrogen a hydrogen ion just looks like this, okay? So it's got a plus charge there. So acids are often sour, okay? And they're sour because of the hydrogen ion concentration they have. And when we taste acids, we register them as sour because of the increase of hydrogen ions we have on our tongue, okay? Now, examples of acids are vinegar, stomach acid, citric acid. So citric acid coming from like oranges or lemons. Now, all acids have similar chemical properties, okay? Acids react easily with chemicals such as bases and metals. They're corrosive. So corrosive basically is the process of corroding. So what's actually happening is you have a metal that's deteriorating due to the interaction between its outside environment. So think of the rusting of an iron nail. That is an example of corrosion. We spoke white is sour tasting, and the other property it has is it's able to conduct electricity, and this is because of its in like an aqueous solution, so water, for example. The ions actually separate, okay, and this causes them to conduct electricity. In our body, we have an acid, which is stomach acid, okay? So stomach acid helps us break down food. It is one of the strongest acids, and it actually is capable of causing serious burns, okay? We're going to talk about that, why it is such a strong acid shortly, but not quite yet. You might not be so surprised that it can cause a burn though, because sometimes after you are sick and you have been vomiting, you might feel a burning sensation in your throat or mouth, and that is because of the stomach acid. Another example of an acid is vinegar, and it's also called ethanoic acid. And so vinegar is produced by fermenting ethanol, so ethanol is alcohol. And because vinegar is reactive, it's used in many industrial reactions, and we also sometimes see vinegar used as a household cleaner, okay? Now, when I say the term reactive, what I'm referring to is the tendency of this substance of the vinegar to undergo a chemical reaction, either by itself or with other materials, and this causes a release in energy. So that was acids. Now we're going to talk about bases, and you can kind of think of bases as the opposite to acids. So by the end of this, I want you to be able to define bases and explain how they dissolve. So bases, they are similar to acids in a way. They're mostly used to react, okay? We also call them alkalis, and they can be described as alkaline, okay? Examples of bases are baking soda, okay, bleach, and caustic soda, okay? So we're going to talk about those examples in a minute. Now, all bases have similar properties, so they're able to react with acids. Now they're caustic, okay, so think of caustic as burning, okay, or causing burns. They taste bitter, and they taste bitter due to this ion here, okay? They're able to conduct electricity. And many basic cleaners also feel slippery. So think of like hand soap, for example. So baking soda is one of a common example of a base. Okay, we see this a lot in our home. Okay, and it's got many uses, and I've got some examples here. And you might notice here it's often used as to help with cleaning. Bleach is another example, okay, of a base. Okay, so bleach is a mixture of water and sodium hypochlorite. And what that molecule looks like, you've got an oxygen atom which is bonded to a sodium atom, and also a chlorine atom. Okay, that's what that looks like. Now, it's frequently used as a disinfectant. Okay, we use this often in bathrooms, and I think I mentioned before it is caustic. So that is basically, caustic is like an adjective used to describe something that can burn living tissue or other substances. So simply think of it as a burning, effect. Ammonia is also another cleaner. So it has a strong reaction with bleach and it can actually create a toxic gas. Okay, so you need to handle ammonia very carefully, okay, especially with bleach, okay. Often we can also use ammonia as a fertilizer with plants because it helps provide nitrogen to plants, and they need nitrogen to grow.